Hi, Madian.
Hey,
Nice to have you. Nice to have you in the interview. Nice that you had some time for us. When we were having our meeting and our editorial stuff, we were just skipping through about your productions and try to assign a genre to it. And we thought, damn it, there's no genre that Madian fits into. Do you do that on purpose, or is there any genre you would say that fits best?
yeah, I mean, I like the idea of not being part of a specific scene, a specific universe with codes within music. I think it's always best to just follow influences and not being too influenced by a format. So I guess if I would have to define my music, I would say it's electronic pop music.
Okay. They're a part of Daft Punk. It's if I have to name a band or a producer that fits onto your style, but not quite.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of strong influences, and Daft Punk is definitely one of the strongest and influences for me. And then the Beatles and Supertramp and Electric Light Orchestra and Japanese original soundtracks and just yeah. That would be, I guess, the main influences for me.
Everybody should know that you started producing really early, in early ages, and back in the days you had a second alias, we found out, that was called Demon. What kind of music did you release with that project, and why did you stop that?
I was a child. I was like 13, like 12, 13, and 11, 12, 13. I think that was the
Which
years.
is really crazy, I have to admit, that you produce in such a young age. That is impossible for me to think of.
I think. Well, so that's what I did. I guess was like kind of more fast dance music, kind of like I don't know, like Euro kind of things.
Okay.
It's just kind of I was good friend with Porter Robinson, who was kind of making that kind of music as well, and we were I don't know, it feels like so long ago. It's kind of weird to talk about it.
Nowadays you are hanging out with Skrillex, Zed, or Dylan Francis, for example. And is there anything or anyone else that you became good friends with in the scene during your career? Or
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a really tight, friendly community. So I was lucky to meet a lot of great people. And the people you've mentioned, obviously, and Feed Me, and just a lot of great people and artists for sure.
what is the first thing that comes into your mind when you think of Germany? Because we are Germany based, and
Oh God, good question. Well, okay. Tasteful dance music comes to mind. Like I know that like like the minimal like techno area is really fascinating to me. And then Germany. Yeah, I mean, I used to actually I took Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind, if I'm honest, is I used to I took 2 years of Germany class.
Okay.
And I was absolutely terrible. And I just remember one sentence that's like etched onto my memory forever, which is Tobias spielt Federball. And that's all I know, and that's all I remember. And to me, every time I think about Germany, that sentence kind of screams louder and louder in my head. And it'll follow me to my grave, I think. Tobias spielt Federball.
Which is really great.
Yeah,
Besides,
literally they taught me Federball before they taught me like how to say hi or introduce myself.
okay.
It's like very weird, very weird.
Well, great. You come to Germany this year. I recently read that you are going to play at the Hurricane Festival in Germany. The Hurricane Festival is especially a festival for indie and rock music. So that's kind of a new thing for me to think of, that an electronic music artist is coming to a festival for indie and rock. It's like Coachella in much more smaller, but it's a great festival, and that shows that your style is not like it is something special, because if it is played at an indie or rock festival, what do you expect from that? If you on stage at the festival where electronic music is not the main event.
Yeah, I think it's really cool and exciting because like my new show is gonna be, it's not gonna be a DJ set. It's gonna be all my own music, and it's gonna be a lot of different tempos and emotions, and I'm hoping to structure it more like a concert than a DJ set, you know.
Okay.
So I feel like hopefully it will make sense musically in that environment. I was lucky to do a lot of touring as a DJ and playing clubs and all that, and I loved it. But it's not really my original aspiration. I never really wanted to be a DJ.
Okay.
So getting to play those kind of festivals is super exciting to me.
And was there any embarrassing moment on tour when you're touring so much?
Sure. I mean, actually, I remember when this is a terrible story. When in my first few months of touring, I was very inexperienced, and I played Cocoon.
Okay.
In Germany, and I just played, very French music. Like I played like disco and like a lot of vocals and pop music, and I could tell the crowd did not understand what I was doing. I was like, we were talking completely different musical languages, and because this area of club music and dance music was completely unfamiliar to me, and I just didn't know it, and so I remember being like on stage and completely confused as to what should I play, what do they want,
Okay.